Hello my dear students, welcome to my physics class. Our today's topic is different kinds of motion. Here we will discuss about 5 kinds of motion. Our first motion is translational motion. The motion in which all the particles or points of the object traverse the same distance in the same direction taking the same time is called translational motion. In translational motion, suppose a body is moving in a straight line. Here, the point A of the body moves from A to A prime and point B of the body moves from B to B prime. Here the point A of the body moves to the A prime and point B of the body moves to the B prime. Here the point A travels A to A prime this distance and point B travels B to B prime this distance. Here time taken by the point A reaching from A to A prime and time taken by the B point to the B prime point is same. The object is moving in the same direction, that is point A is moving in this direction, the point B is also moving in this direction. Therefore, this kind of motion is translational motion. Here distance traveled by the point A is equal to the distance traveled by the point B, and A and B are moving in the same direction. They have taken same time. Translational motion may be divided into two kinds. Number one is rectilinear motion. When an object travels in a straight line, the motion is called rectilinear motion. Here the point A is moving in a straight line, that is this the motion of the body A is rectilinear motion, and another one is curvilinear motion. When an object travels in a curved line, the motion is called curvilinear motion. Here the point, that is the body B is moving in a curved path. This motion of the body B is curvilinear motion. In case of rectilinear motion, the body moves in a straight path, but in curvilinear motion, the body moves in a curved path. Here the path of the body B is curved path and path of the body A is straight path. Our second type of motion is rotational motion. The motion in which a body rotates around a particular point or line, keeping the distance of the particles of the body unchanged, is called rotational motion. Here the blades of the fan are rotating. Here a body is rotating centering a point in a circular path. These are the example of rotational motion. Motion of fan, motion of earth is also rotational motion. The motion of moon around the earth is also a rotational motion. The motion of wheel of bicycle, the motion of wheel of car is also translational motion. Here let us consider the motion of the blades of a fan. Consider 2 points of a blade of the fan. This point is A and this point is B. The point A is moving from its A position to A prime position, and point B is moving from B to B prime position. The distance traveled by point A is A prime and distance traveled by the point B is B prime. Here the path of point A and point B are different. The distance traveled by point A is more than the distance traveled by B. Here large distance, here small distance. Distance traveled by different points are different and different points follow different path, but the angle made by point A and made by point B is same. Here the angle BOB prime is equal to AOA prime. That is, in rotational motion all the particles of the body will make the same angle in same interval of time, but they will follow different path and they will travel different distance. This is the rotational motion. Here the blades of the fan is rotating in this direction and all the particles of the body are traveling different distance centering the center point of the fan. Here the points of the blades which are far distance from the center of the fan will travel more distance, and the points which are less distance from the center of the fan will travel less distance, but they will make the same angle. Our next kind of motion is translate-rotatory motion. Here a wheel is rotating. This is rotational motion. Now the wheel is traveling a distance and it has also rotational motion, that is the motion in which a body has both translational and rotational motion is called translate-rotatory or complex motion. Translate-rotatory motion is also known as complex motion because in this motion there are two types of motion. One is the rotational motion, the wheel is rotating, and another is translational motion, that is the wheel is traveling a distance. This type of motion is translate-rotatory motion. Other example of translate-rotatory motion is the wheel of bicycle. We know when a bicycle moves in a certain direction, then the wheel of the bicycle will rotate and it will travel certain distance. Here the both translational motion and rotational motion are exist in case of wheel of bicycle. Other example of translate-rotatory motion is the motion of wheel of car or wheel of bus, wheel of truck are also the example of translate-rotatory motion. Now periodic motion. Here the hand of the clock is rotating. Here a body is rotating in a circular path, and here the body is moving in a straight path. That is, in this case the second hand of the clock is rotating, and here a body is also rotating. Here the time taken by the second hand of the clock for one complete rotation is 60 seconds. After 60 seconds the second hand of the clock will complete one rotation. Here the minute hand of the clock will complete one rotation in 1 hour, and we know the hour hand of the clock will complete one rotation after 12 hours. After every 12 hours the hour hand of the clock will complete one rotation. After 60 minutes, that is 1 hour, minute hand of the clock will complete one rotation, and after 60 seconds the second hand of the clock will complete one rotation. Here time taken by second hand, minute hand and hour hand in every rotation is fixed, and their motion will be repeated. In the second figure the body is rotating in a circular path repeatedly, and in the third figure the body is moving repeatedly from one point to another point. If an object travels a certain distance of its path from the same direction after a certain definite interval of time repeatedly, the motion is called periodic motion. Here, after every 2 seconds, the body is moving from this direction to this direction after every 2 seconds. Here also, after every 2 seconds, the body is moving from left to right, again left to right, again in left to right. That is, in this type of motion, after certain interval of time, the motion will be repeated. Here the time interval is called time period. In this case, second hand of the clock will take 60 seconds for one rotation. Here 60 seconds is the time period of second hand of the clock, and in the second figure the time period of this body is 2 seconds, and the third figure it is also 2 seconds. After 2 seconds the motion will be repeated. Here also after 2 seconds the motion of the body will be repeated. Now oscillatory or vibratory motion. Oscillatory or vibratory motion is one kind of periodic motion, the motion in which an object is in to and fro periodic motion from its equilibrium position is called oscillatory or vibratory motion. Here the object moves in a direction and again moves in opposite direction. That is, the object moves in a direction half of its time period and half of its time periods in opposite direction. That is, the oscillatory or vibratory motion is also a periodic motion, but here half of its time period the body will move in a direction and half of its time period the body will move in the opposite direction. Here also the body is moving in this direction and again in this direction. That is, half of its time period in a definite direction and half of its time period in opposite direction. To and fro motion, that is, this type of motion is oscillatory motion.